Hello, Wojciech.
Hello, Leonard.
We already had a little bit check-in before I pressed the recording, and it's like awkward for me to greet you again and set the context for that space. It's already rolling, and yeah, the we you agreed to having a conversation with me today about about the men's lab in New Zealand, held for the first time by a woman, by Ana Norambuena, and I I like to I'm a researcher of how that path of for men look like. It seems like it looks differently than the path for women, and yeah, I like to hear what you discovered in this lab and what were like the legends. How is the path looking for men? And yes, please feel free with what bubbles up inside of you, thinking back to the lab.
Yes, thank you. So, how is the path looking for men? I don't know. And what I experienced on the lab is just, we've been as a team, we've been coming to the specific point, and then, okay, so how can we move from this point where we've been like as a team, we've been 13 men, and like many things popped up. One of the thing is that it's one of the thing for me is that you know we are a group, and at the same time all of us is has its own impulses, and it needs the courage to bring your own impulse, even no one get your impulse, and really step into the circle or say something, and then you know and then space is changing because you, like one of the men brought the impulse, and it looked like it was very scary to bring the impulse fully, so it was like bringing the impulse, but do you want it, do you don't want it, it was bringing at the beginning with this more nose resistance model. But if it was like this, the space was not evolving. So what I learned there is really bring you really bring your impulse and stand for it, and even speak, even you don't know yet. I didn't know yet what is the impulse about, and this is so scary. You know, this is so scary for me. I don't know. It's scary for every man, but what I saw, this was like a big blockage that cause stagnation in the space, and then only space holder can propose something, or there is some interactions that are not so dangerous, and as this one, as really as really even hearing and looking for what is my impulse about this space right now, what I feel about this space. Yeah, so it's and this experience is very self-empowering. So what was happening mostly is that um yeah, Anna was holding space for us to to prepare, to evolve, and then we've been she was leaving us alone to figure out next step. And it was really scary, there is no one that there is not main space holder right now in the space, and it was at the beginning quite straight, like a strict, but then we've been evolving as a team to really be messy, and it was so fun. Really being a messy was so fun because we completely didn't know. So one man come to the other man, and then the another has the impulse, and there was a healing processes very different than usual, not like a three chairs or not like a lying mattress, but really sometimes standing, putting like a hand on the heart, squeezing each other. It was very alive.
Mm.
Yeah, and still scary. And still scary, it's something like my experience was like piece by piece taking off the tight jacket of my box, of my rules inside, or am I allowed, am I not allowed, like what the other man will think about it, what I want to propose him. And going more and more in a liquid state, it was more flowing and really, it was like a even processes inventing. And then it was not possible even to gather this because it was so, so many things were happening. And so, yeah, one thing I learned is messy space really works, because otherwise I'm just doing what I learned to do. But we want to go forward. So we need to
Mm.
invent something. Yeah.
Wow, that sounds interesting. Like what I ex discovered so far about myself is that the unconscious nothingness is in men is this deadness, not being here. So not this archetypal nothingness has nothing to do with that you're numb or not there, and actually having impulses. And I often discover myself that I'm there and not having any impulses. And I wonder why that is. Is there really no impulse, or am I shutting down everything because it's so scary to have them?
Hmm. Yeah, and it's connected how much you are in this space. So how much you really want, how much you are really committed to be in a space. So my experience is that when I just, there's a space holder, so I don't need to be so much in the space. And it was what I was, what I was very, like, it was very usual for me. And by connecting with the pain that I'm not here, so I'm allowing many things, I'm allowing even living patriarchal life. It was getting more and more painful for me. So it was more and more clear that fuck, I have nothing to lose. I have nothing to lose. I just go for it, not knowing how it goes. So it was like going through the edge, to the threshold of like some some consciousness threshold. And yeah, I right now I really love it. I really love being with you right now and not knowing what will happen soon. And it's so scary. And especially my physical body and my emotional body that are more, more physical, more dense, they are resisting still. But okay, doesn't matter. I want to go. Yeah. So it's about how am I bringing myself to the space? And then the impulses are abandoned. And then
Mm.
it's saying no or yes to the impulses.
Well, yeah, that's landing in me. And at the same time, I feel also fear right now with you sitting here. And it's like, ah, like, what if when I don't know what I speak, what will come out? Will this be some unconscious, will it have some unconscious purpose? Do I destroy something? Will I kill intimacy? What do I do? Will I blame myself? All this kind of stuff. And especially this destroying intimacy, it's sometimes like when I'm with another person, it can totally get out of control. Like how to navigate this? Does it need to have like a really clear space holder such that I can go with these impulses or not? Like these questions pop up inside of me.
Mm.
Like, How do you navigate the chaos of your impulses?
Yeah. So the exactly this is what I am also at. So I recognize that part of me want to control. So this is my parent ego state. Okay, this impulse I bring, this is not. This is too little, so I not even consider because it's scary. I don't know what's there. It can be my gremlin. And actually, I'm just, and actually this is my gremlin that is constantly controlling. So it's already my gremlin.
There is no escape of the Kremlin. It
What?
seems like there is no escape of Kremlin.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is somehow, it's like, okay, bring the impulse and then check if it was your gremlin or your box or your being. And it's about, and that's why it's courage because yeah, you can crush something, you can like destroy something, and this is true. And also, this is like, this is learning what I didn't learn as I was a child. I didn't learn how to bring any impulse and then, okay, what it costs. So, but now I'm giving myself this possibility. So I'm learning right now. And yeah, it can destroy space, but it can also create experience, and with experience and experience and experience of letting impulses not filtering, then something new can come. And also, I don't know what, but it looks like it's very, it's uh, it's opening. For me, it's opening experience. Uh, yes, it's like something, all these forces that are coming with me, through me, supporting me, can calm them. Then,
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, what's coming for me right now is okay, I can risk and bring my impulses, and I can even clean up my messes. Like we are not in school. We don't need to prevent messes from happening. Actually, we want to have more messes in our life and learn from them. And at the same time, like I feel right now this fear of, but what if the other person does not allow me to clean the mess up with this person? Like, what if like I mess something up forever and there is no cleaning up possible anymore? Wow.
yeah, yeah. So what's then?
So what then? Yeah, what comes to me like, okay, then I don't have control over that. I let go. It's the person's choice, but I feel like I have some kind of control over it when I don't make the mess in the first place. I have like this illusion I can have control over this somehow. Mm.
Yes, like what is coming to me is to feel and and again to follow impulse. What do you have the next impulse about it? And what you are bringing is this yes, it is scary, it can crush something, but at the same time, when I'm holding my impulses, then I lived this life so many years, and then I see these results of this life.
Mm.
So it looks like I want to, if in me, I have a decision, I want to change these results. I want to do something different. And it's encouraging me to even risk this, what you are saying.
Mm.
Yeah, and it look yes, and my experience right now is to yeah, it's really connected with a lot of fear. Is bringing capacity, is this learning capacity of there are things that my brain want to have a grip on. So, for example, thinking about what I created, what happened yesterday, what will happen tomorrow, and to not do it and being in now, it's increasing this capacity of fear, of holding fear. So the fear is flowing, and then, you know, and uh, there's something like, uh, and then I'm curious again, what will happen? I'm curious again, what will happen, you know? What the person will say after 2 or 3 hours or 2 days about what happened. Or maybe I will have an impulse in 2 days. Or maybe I will not have.
Mm.
But there is some magic to connecting to now and not going, you know, with the stories, leaking energy, and really being now, and not mixing feelings or emotions about something, not and like keep going, you know. It's like, and keep going, and also, you know, feeling. Keep going means keep moving the feelings also.
Mm.
Yeah, and it's completely not certain, right? But when it's certain, it's controlled. So actually the results can be as the container is. So it's not much can shift there.
Mm. Yeah, I'm get what you're saying. I'm currently in the Good Boy Buster dojo, and what we're doing is we let all the impulses come up that as a good boy is not allowed, and we know like these places, these impulses come from really nasty places, like this neediness that is so disgusting for all of us. And also that we learned when we bring this kind of stuff, it will push people away. So we don't bring this kind of impulses or don't dare any of these impulses because it feels like it's contaminated and comes from part of these places. And at the same time, as you said, like it will stay the same. It will stick with you, this impulse. When it does not get space, you cannot evolve. You will not mature. Like bringing all this stuff out in this good boy Buster Tucci, what we are doing is like saying please, please, and really go there. It's a very vulnerable place, and it's also healing to create this with other men because it's in a place we where I never allowed myself to be with other men. It's healing so many things at the same time. So, wow, I'm impressed to hear how Anna held this kind of space. That sounds like really healing from school. Amazing.
Yes, and what you just shared also brought me one experiment we did in between spaces. It was making something wrong for the purpose. So, for example, like right now, like let's make intimacy as wrong as it's possible to make it.
How does that look like?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, let's go there for a few minutes.
Wow, that's really you invite me really to a scary place. Okay. I mean,
Yeah.
ah, so fuck off. What do you want from me? Ah, it's really
Uh,
scary.
yeah. Okay. So one thing I want before we go, there is one distinction about, so Gremlin helps to, you know, expand the box in this practice. At the same time, when you say fuck you, there is something like, uh, it's not okay. So what I notice is box expansion is happening while the feeling is happening. So for example, when we feel fear about doing something and we bring it anyway, and our gremlin helps us to do it, then we create this environment to feel like discomfortable to propose something that is like we usually would not propose. Yeah. So right now I have an impulse. I would love to, somehow massage your neck, even not asking you. Like I don't know how to do it right now, but this is I will make it wrong, so I will just go and not asking you and massage your neck.
Okay, can you do that energetically right now?
Yeah, somehow I'm doing this already. Yeah.
I notice I have more attention down my neck when you do that. I
Oh,
want to relax there more. Hmm.
yeah. And yeah, my next impulse is I don't know, I keep going because I also feel a lot of fear, but it's like a give me give me your toothpaste and I will clean your teeth right now. Teeth.
I don't use toothpaste. I use H2O2. Samoto gave me this tip. I'm cleaning my teeth with this.
Yeah.
So I can hand you over this and you can put that into my mouth. But only for drops, please.
All right. Yes. Yeah.
Like
Okay. So actually,
ah.
actually, it's how to do it.
Wow.
I don't know how to do it online, but at the same time, this is do you feel this like awkwardness about this right now?
Yeah, totally. I'm sweating. I'm so scared and embarrassed right now. I'm really starting to sweat a lot and heat up a lot here doing this with you.
Yes. Yes, and this is the point what I learned on the lab. This is necessary point to stay there, to hold it, to move in this space, and it creates connection. It creates this like, oh yeah, okay, I'm more relaxing. I'm still shaking, but I'm more relaxing right now. And it's ongoingly happen while I'm talking with you. I'm experiencing this awkwardness from time to time.
Oh, thank you for this possibility. I love that. There's something that good boys can. I will bring this in the Good Boy Buster Dojo. I think this is also a great way to unleash the and not the suppressed impulses of the good boy. Doing something like that. Cool.
Yes.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah. Like a coming back, like a go, or not coming back, but going forward with what happened on the lab is also one of practices we did. It was about connecting to the sensitivity we left. We we left for the purpose to survive in patriarchy. So it was directly connecting to the sensitivity we just abandoned from ourselves. And yeah, it was amazing process for me. And at the same time, I started to connect to another man, really feeling the like a, connecting to the pain as they were coming through. And after, it was group 3 for men, I really starting to feel the compassion for the men I never felt before. I don't know if this compassion is a good word, but I was starting to see, how they are broken also, how they are painful and struggling, how they are struggling with life because what they, sacrificed. And this brought me to the very, yeah, I'm even feeling this right now to like, somehow my aliveness started to wake up by connecting, by seeing in other men the suffering. And
Hmm.
before it was like yes, I see you. Yes, I am with you when you are in the process, but actually my gremlin is really like, I don't care. I don't care. This is your pain. I have my pain also. And something like is significantly shifted in me, not is something not judging so much other men, what they are doing. It's this different level of connection of, yeah, I see another person better, like a more real. And with this process, my discovery also was like, so somehow not wanting to connect with the pain, the share this vulnerable with another man, mostly everyday life, keeps us as men on this level. Like, actually, this is how we create patriarchy. We know we have a big pain, but we are not sharing this with other men. So in everyday life, yes, on processes, on labs, yes, but everyday life. And then there is like a secret. So I will not be dangerous to you, so you will not be dangerous to me. And there is like a
Mm.
secret, uh,
Mhm.
like a game.
Mhm.
And what I saw, this game, what I experienced with this game keeps us men like a below the level. I don't know if you see me right now, below the level, there is a patriarchy and there is life happening. But actually, with this secret conspiracy between us, I am not in your team because I don't want to be on my team, because actually I'm committed to play this game of
Mm.
patriarchy. And yeah, it somehow it became so visible for me. And at another point, I discovered that, it's really so important for me. I don't know if for every man, but it is so important to live everyday life with another man on my side. And right now, I'm living with two men, like I just coming from lab every day, and it's amazing. It's something like we can be to each other. We can notice something. Okay, what's going on right now with you? So it's something also like I don't give up on you because I care about you. I care about me also, because if you will be numb, I will also not get numb because you will not give me feedback. And this is, yeah, it's like I'm not saying this is like something like it needs to happen, but for me, I see living with another man like every day on the same roof. It's so amazing. It's so empowering. It's so like keeping the aliveness, the flow of aliveness.
Mm.
And it's also connected to this, what we've been discovering on the lab, how we feed on woman aliveness. And that's why it's important to separate this, okay, I'm coming to the woman for the healing, but actually I can come to men for the healing. And yeah, mm, and then the connection with women is much more slower for me. It's it's not coming from this from this part that wants something, or like I'm but I care about the space when the relating can happen much more, because I have another opportunities. So I will do the things with men, and I will not use my, like a romantic relationship relating for the purpose of, my everyday struggle, my everyday pain. yeah, it's big piece. I'm discovering right now, and it's look very important
Hmm.
as and standing into being an adult man and having relating with women.
Hmm. Wow, yeah, I get that. Like, if you nourish yourself outside the romantic relating, you can meet your partner in a whole different way, like nourished. And could you say more like what is the because you could also heal yourself, not not only healing yourself in your with your romantic partner, it could also be you heal with other women. So like what is about being with men in particular that's so important for you?
Mm-hmm. So for me, because I'm still connecting with the man from time to time to with not random men, but with sometimes this one, like I create intimacy. So it's about discovering how can I source my aliveness from myself. So and you know, it's something like if I feel something, then I have different opportunities than only going to the healing space or transformational space like EHP or possibility coaching. Then I can go with another man and okay, so I can scan the man and what do you need right now to for example unnumb yourself to feel more or to move like so your move more or go to your center. And it's also about inventing these things, not like the space of healing, but as a part of life. So it's something connected to inventing, something connected to going to the point really, because sometimes it's not necessary to have long space. Sometimes it's just very small shift from where I am now, and that there is no flow, and where I can be, and then the bodies are flowing. Yes, and I also don't know, for like the why it is important, but it looks like this is like a discovery path of me
Hmm.
as a man, of me bringing impulses, because also like women are very generous in bringing impulses, so then I don't have to.
Hmm. 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 Yeah, we can feed off the women's aliveness not only from our partners, but from women in general. Hmm. Yeah. Hmm.
I have another impulse.
Go ahead. It seems to
Yeah,
work, the
yeah.
training you visited.
The thing is also, how what I'm saying, this is also discovering on from the lab, is how what I'm is i- is this what I'm saying to you, is this really what my energy follows. And what I get is like there's like a term of double bind. So I can say something but I don't really mean. So for example, like I can say, oh, I want to have a date with you, and then wait.
Hmm.
Okay, do you want to have a date for me with me?
Hmm.
And it's like, it's like the energy is not here. Because if I want to have a date with you, then I just invite you to the date. I can even, prepare all the date and you can say no. And this is, the new possibilities I see is just why should I wait for an answer from you? It's like I just invite you and then you can say no, and then I can feel whatever. But actually, You know, it's like I can really bring my energy, so I'm here with you. I'm
Hmm.
standing for having a date with you. Not yet, just checking if I want to engage this energy, so you are enough engaged already.
Hmm.
Yeah, this is a big part of really discovering aliveness. How can I source from my aliveness?
Yeah, what comes to me is this picture like, there is a muddy place and I am scared and I put a little bit my foot in there, but not fully, and I will never get there on this bridge that there is. But I try not to dare to fully step on it. And what I hear from you, you propose just take a leap, go there and see from there what happens.
Yes.
Being
And
able to to be okay with whatever comes, being able to handle it.
yeah, and and women sense it. So women sense that, oh, is it really you want to have a date? Yeah, it's something like, okay, you want really me to decide about it, and yeah, and then the space for gremlin also opens. This is also my experience, because
Hmm.
I'm lying from the beginning. I want to have a date. It's like I want to have a date in 10%.
Hmm.
And this is the question for women also. It's coming, like a, especially for Eva that I am with, like I'm relating with, and she's she's asking, what do you want from me? And this is very accurate because I want something from you. I want you say yes for a date. I want, and this is, I was never getting this, like I was wanting something from her.
Hmm.
But with this, like not engaging energetically, I was just asking, I was just checking.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Wow, it sounds like great discoveries that you made in this lab. Can't wait to experience such a lab for men on my own. I hope there will be. I hope is a good word. I can make it happen even. Let's make happen another of this kind of labs for men.
Okay.
Now I said it, there's no way back anymore. I brought my impulse.
Okay, go.
Hmm,
Yes, I definitely go for another one.
cool.
Mm.
Hmm,
Yeah, there is one more piece I want to share because this is very important piece about very, it was very different space after the space of revealing our uh, like a underworld for the another band, but actually it was more about what weapon I hold for you, what weapon I use to play the patriarchy game with you. And this was so, yeah, this was so edgy that we did it, you know. Anna proposed this, I don't know if first day or second day, but actually we went there only the third day evening and not even whole group because it was so scary for us to just go for it. And because actually we didn't know what is there.
hmm,
And yeah, and this was so amazing process to share what weapon I use to play patriarchy with you, to to make you small or to make you bad or whatever, to compete with you. And this revealing really deep underworld process, then it was becoming to really heart opening process. You know, it was like going there, really digging about gremlin ecstasy was really then like a touching heart very strongly for both men. And yes, it's still scary. It's still scary. And what I learned there, because before I had something like, oh, I will reveal my underworld, so then you will reveal your underworld, and it's equal. What I really learned there is when I reveal my underworld, this is work I'm doing so much for myself, so much for my healing, so much for seeing what I'm creating and what I don't want to create. You know, and the level of seeing, of noticing this, like a all five bodies experience was so deep that I remember these processes I did with another man. And it's great. It's great. So you know, so I remember, my heart remember this. How amazing is this? And it's it looks like it's an amazing way to heal. The relationship between men.
Hmm.
Yes, and it's very, yes, very strong process, and um, very powerful and very powerfully working process. Yeah.
Hmm. Wow. Thank you for sharing so abundantly. It's really glad I don't have any more questions. You answered everything that I hoped you would say and more. So is
Mm.
there anything else from you that you want to add?
Yeah, I just want to thank you for this space and for revealing this, what is inside me also alive still. I I'm very glad I touched this again with you.
Hmm. So all the men who are listening to this and get inspired, we there will be also a men's bridge house in New Zealand in the mid of December until the end of January. So if you are interested in that, being more close to men, to learn how to collaborate, to create more intimacy, independent of women, learn to take care of yourself, then reach out. Thank you, Wojciech, for going there with me. I felt a lot of joy being with you in this and scared. It was like you challenged me somehow to be there with you and yeah, I got what you're saying as a really as a five body experience. That's cool. Thank you for that.
Thank you, Leonard.
Ciao.
See you.